We are going to look at how I made $118 in being active about 3 hours in only 4 trips and online for about 4 hours because I was hustling yesterday. But before we get started with that, check it out. Today I've made $17. I just started. I'm at Ontario Airport. I'm ready to go. You can see the queue down here. 6 out of 10, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5, which means my turn might come up pretty fast. But you know the drill. We're going to keep making videos till we get a passenger and make best use of our time. Okay, so let's talk about yesterday. We're going to go here. We're going to look at the weekly summary. Well, might as well talk about the weekly summary before we get to Friday. $981, as you can see, right? 31 hours active, 34 trips, so numbers are a little bit off. Online for 60 hours. What's happened? Let's take a look at that first. Check it out. If you look over here, I made $280 on the first day, which is good, right? Tuesday is generally slow. Wednesday is generally slow, so it's understood. Thursday, I was doing really well, right? I was ready to beat the 280 and get to 300. I got deactivated. This is why the income on Friday is low, right? And I think it's a good opportunity to talk about it. So let's get to Friday. $118. Okay, that's very good because you have to understand I was only active for 3 hours, right? I was allowed to drive from 5 p.m. That's when I got approved by Uber. And I think I drove to like around 9 and then I got too tired and sleepy and I went home, right? If you look down here, I got some tips. So $19 in tips. I don't know what these other earnings are, but it doesn't really matter. So $19 in tips, $118 total. Let me show you my route and what I did because I started somewhere completely different. Okay, so number one, the first passenger down here at 521 basically ended up canceling me. I don't know, but it was a good $25, $30 ride. I was literally behind LAX, waiting at the beach, enjoying my day, and passenger canceled. And I was like, man, this is weird. Then I noticed there was a Palestine protest going on. And I was like, what's going on? Because Uber right by outside of LAX normally doesn't give me passengers. So my mind clicked. I'm like, oh, it's busy. I'm back on the platform. I'm starting somewhere different. Let's see what we can do. So the first thing I want you to notice is this. These two rides I'm going to call boomerang rides. Okay, you know what a boomerang is. You throw it, it goes and it comes back to you, right? So I left LAX for this person. I got $25 because he gave me a $7 tip, but it was an $18 ride. Then, right when I dropped him off, literally within 5 minutes, I got a ride back to the airport, okay, for $18. Now, what's interesting to note here is this. This was Uber X for $18 without the tip. This was Uber XL for $18. XL should be paying more, right? Like it's more gas, it's more time. It should be paying double. But because I'm going back to the airport, I got $18. If I was coming out of the airport, I would have gotten paid more. But the thing I want you to note here is this is a boomerang. So let's add 25 plus 18. That's around $43 if my math is correct. $43 to go out of LAX and to come back, right? Probably took hour to hour and a half, right? Now watch, I'm going to do it again. Notice there's a little bit of a gap in time from 7:40. Then another person canceled and then there's 8:27. Let's talk about this. $34 out of LAX for 31 minutes, 16 miles. That's beautiful. I ended up going from LAX to Palos Verdes Estates. You know, estates, people got money, you talk to them, there's a good chance you're going to get a tip. Tip hasn't come through yet, but that's okay. But here's the thing. Right close to Palos Verdes is Torrance. And from Torrance, I took a passengers to West Hollywood. And where I dropped off these two ladies, they were ready to party. They were having a good time. But again, this is a boomerang ride. Let me show you once again. I left LAX. I ended up picking up someone from Torrance, and back to back, I ended up making this time 34, 41. Man, this is going to be hard to do the math on this one. Hold on. I'm going to say it's like $75. I could be wrong, But back to back, took someone out knowing that at Palos Verdes Estates, there's going to be less drivers there at night because all the drivers are, they're somewhere else right now. Palos Verdes is the corner of California or Los Angeles or Southern California. There's not many drivers there, and people complain all the time like we can't get any ride. So I remember that. So when I took this ride for $34, my whole point was when I end up in Palos Verdes, I just want something going back. And again, I do a back-to-back ride. It's called a boomerang ride. Now look, between these two and between these two right here, back-to-back, I was able to make my money, right? Now let's turn this off so I can show you the details. Okay, there you go. So the first person canceled down here, here. We'll start from, ignore this back here. We'll start from up here. So this is the airport pickup, and then the drop-off is in Culver City, okay? $7 tip. He was a student. I didn't think he was going to tip me, but he was having a hard time, but I told him to pray. I told him to meditate. I told him to calm down. I told him everything will be fine. Basically, he was telling me his car got into an accident 6 weeks ago. He doesn't have a car. He has to go for dance auditions, and he doesn't know what to do. So I just calmed him down. I told him it's okay. The universe got you. Just pray, meditate, and everything will be fine. And he didn't have money. He was barely able to afford this Uber ride. So the fact that he gave me a tip is beautiful, okay? Now, the next passenger is right here, $18. This is what I was telling you back to back. I dropped off the last passenger in Culver City. Then I picked up this passenger from Culver City and dropped him off in Terminal 3, which is Delta Airlines. Here's another tip. You want Terminal 3, you want Delta Airlines, because right when you drop the passenger, you cut across LAX and you go back out and you're ready to go. You're not going to get stuck in the Friday night traffic at LAX, okay? Let's keep going, and here's the next back-to-back ride right here, okay? So this one is basically the one I was telling you. I picked up somebody from LAX again, and the drop-off is Rolling Hills Estates. You want to memorize that, okay? And then from there, next person canceled. I can't do anything about the cancellations, but here you go. West Torrance to West Hollywood. Torrance is like on my way home now. West Hollywood is great on a Friday night because normally people are going out, they're going to party, and it's a little bit of a brutal drive because you got to take the streets a little bit. But look, they ended up giving me a maximum tip, and this was a draining ride. This is two women, a little bit drunk, and they were talking and they were backbiting. I mean, they were just talking shit about everyone. Their husbands, they were talking bad about their bosses, they were talking bad about their jobs and their employees. And here's the funny part. One of them's like, you know what? I think our employees are supposed to ask for PTO. If they don't, then they're not going to get paid. So should we warn them or should we not warn them? One of the girl was like, you know what? If we were in that position, because we've had jobs where we don't make a lot of money, it would not be cool to not have vacation time because they didn't ask for it. So let's send them a kind email and let them know. And of course, I'm not going to tell you what company they work for, but it's fascinating to hear women, when they gossip a little bit. But anyways, this video is done. I wanted to show you the breakdown on $118, right? And now I'm going to take a screenshot so I have it for this video and we're going to post it. Oh man, this is the hard part. I'm trying to do a screenshot and not get my face in it. Oh, my arm's hurting. Ouch. I'll do the screenshot after. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. If you've stayed till the end of my video, they're short, hopefully between 8 to 10 minutes long. This one's about 9 minutes long. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is the way you can help me provide for my family and help me help other Uber drivers. Maybe you're not even thinking about driving Uber, but you just kind of like listening to me talk. And if you are a fan or you're a follower, I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna get ready to work on my next video. And let's just make sure, where are we on the queue? Oh, the queue didn't move at all, right? That basically means the last 10 minutes I've been talking, there are no flights, but it's 9 o'clock. Maybe a couple flights come in, but I know at 10 o'clock flights are coming in. And I'm gonna keep cranking. Hustling, baby, hustling. Hey, and if you need consulting on Uber, spirituality, health, and content creation, let me know in the comments. I would love to, maybe even do some pre bono work. I'm working on my I'm working on something really cool. Actually, that'll be my next video. All right, God bless you. Have a beautiful day.